I had this video planned for a while now. I didn't know how to tackle it or approach it, but I guess it's gonna be just me spitballing, free-flowing as to what I think about this situation. Now, the Legend of Zelda movie. I'm going to be 100% forthcoming and honest with you guys about this. Not only am I not really a uber fan of Legend of Zelda, the only one I played was Link's Awakening and that was it. So I really don't have the same attachment to this franchise as other people. I may be tackling this as an outsider, but hear me out. And the second thing is Sony Pictures and Avi Arad producing this movie, and I believe that Avi Arad is trash, okay? After some of the stuff he did for Spider-Man, I believe Avi Arad is a trash producer. Like through and through. Like I do not like him, and I'm kind of a little bit iffy up and down on Sony Pictures. Sometimes they do amazing, other times not so much. But as with any live action adaptation, whatever they do, it seems like Nintendo wants to knock this out of the park. They are on the high of that Illumination animated movie for Super Mario Brothers that's getting a sequel. Now they want to try their hand to another bigger goal, live action, and I believe this Legend of Zelda movie is going to be the test bed for if they could pull it off in live action. Clearly not so much when the Super Mario Brothers movie came out, the live action one back in like 1990 something, and that was a total catastrophe of failure, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about their new spin, their new interpretation. And apparently, according to internet gossip and rumors and whatnot, and trying to siphon this and that and the third together into some weird cauldron concoction, we supposedly have people saying that they are eyeing Hunter Schafer as the Princess Zelda for this film in particular. And I'm sure the internet has had a very constructive conversation about the whole matter and the whole thing, as you can see what Hunter Schafer identifies as right here. And I want to give my personal opinion on this and everything involved. Number one is that this is a rumor. This is all rumor speculation of who's going to be in the role. I'm sure there's going to be tons of casting, tons of short lists. This is a process for Hollywood with how they pick their dime a dozen, and this does not really surprise me if they do have Schafer somewhere on a short list. Is there some credence, some credibility? I guess we will see when people like Variety or Hollywood Reporter or whatever, they decide to say, hey, this is now legit, official sources here, we're gonna pick this person. And I believe you should pick someone on the best merit of not only how they embody the character, but also their acting, their performance as well. The first thing people go after Schafer for is, of course, their sexuality. And for me personally, I watched a little bit of Euphoria before this, and Hunter Schafer is a good actor. That's personally what I think. From what I've seen, the small little clips before making this video, the acting is solid for the most part. And as you can see, the look is solid for the most part. And of course, there's people that don't want this, they are averse to this, that, and the third. In my personal opinion, it also brings up another argument that was made, and this was about Bella Ramsey being Ellie, right? What people mostly said was, I don't want this chick as Ellie. She does not look like Ellie whatsoever. Bennett get Callie Spaney as Ellie, and you know, that's pretty good. This is a pretty good, visually accurate rendition of the character. Like if you put them side by side, one for one, just like they're doing right now, looks totally like Ellie. I would not have any problem with this fan casting whatsoever. But now the issue is we can't have someone that looks very similar to the character, because they can really pull off Zelda in terms of looks. Now it's just, no, I don't want them because of what they identify as. I think this argument is really dumb, alright? first we're going from we need people to embody the actors appearance wise, and now we're regressing back and saying we don't want them to be in the role, period, even if they look just like the character from the source material, right? That what are we talking about here? They look like Zelda. It's point blank, period. It's and going back to rumors and everything like that, there's this video from SK, and I kind of really resonate with this sentiment of people going off of a rumored casting before saying, oh, the movie's gonna be bad, it's gonna fail, Hollywood is once again ingraining itself in all of this BS, oh my god, and people just freaking out. Like, it's a lot of doom scrolling. And why not just wait till the movie comes out, wait till the trailers come out, and then we start to get pieces and judge the movie for what it is, as opposed to seeing a casting we don't like and just saying, oh, it's automatically gonna be trash. I don't get it, I don't understand. But I'll let SK's point, and I agree with this, I'll let this take over.
Why can't you critique the movie based on its content instead of leaks and reviews? This is not criticism. This is coping your way to find criticism.
Like, it's a similar point. Like, why not critique the movie based on its content versus things like leaks, speculation, all this other stuff that is offhand and not the full movie itself, like rumors that also factors in as well. Why not wait until the full thing comes out and then we can decorate our opinions a lot better? Someone recommended Anna Taylor-Joy as Zelda. You know, that's a fan cast I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't. I can maybe kind of see it. Yeah, they can kind of pull this off. I have no problem with this in a well-mannered and constructive way. But then there's like Yorch Torch Games, the biggest village idiot on this side of the planet when it comes to any sort of video game talk or topic or whatever. This dude is just complete brain rot and full-on stupidity. And he says this, you know, he compares this Hunter Schafer to what is his fan casting, which is Sydney Sweeney. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? The reason why you made this comparison is because big titty blonde right around the corner without any real forethought. Like, I believe facially Sweeney does not look like Zelda whatsoever. I don't see it, and I feel like you made the worst type of picture comparison you ever could, because no matter what your point may be here, it's like you, the person who actually looks like Zelda, is right on the left. I don't see it with Sweeney, I'm sorry, and I can't really say anything about her acting. I want to see Immaculate pretty soon, which is a movie I had on my list for a while now for horror, but I haven't gotten around to it just yet. And that film I want to see and watch, but most of the people that I know, and I know one good friend, and he is not a fan of Sydney Sweeney whatsoever in terms of acting. He said she's mid. That's what I'm getting. That's not personally from me, so anyone who loves Sydney Sweeney, this is not from my mouth, this is from someone that I know personally, and he said she's not really a good actress, even compared to Hunter Schafer. And I'm like, damn, yeah, we need to focus on the merit of who is the superior actor versus just getting Big Tits McGee and that's it. And if Hunter Schafer is the superior actor, then that's what we should go with, because I want to see how that acting is in that role. Do you bring something new to the table? What are your chops for Zelda in particular? What kind of creative freedom are they going to allow? What is the story going to be like with these characters, like conversing and talking? How's the world going to be? Other important factors over just simply rage baiting. And that's what I think about this whole controversy with Hunter Schafer, rumored, air quotes, rumored to be Princess Zelda in the future. I'm personally fine with it if this happens, because again, the first thing I'm going to be looking at is how they portray that world, the characters, and everything in it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Zelda. I'm not the biggest fan of Legend of Zelda and stuff like that, but hell, I think Link would be a harder cast, in my personal opinion, and how they're going to handle that, and if these characters are going to talk or not. I feel like there's bigger questions than worrying about someone that looks exactly like the character that you want them to look like, right? Again, we railed on Bella Ramsey, not me in particular, because I'm not like that whatsoever, but you railed on Bella Ramsey a lot, and then you say, oh, they gotta look one for one. I'm gonna bring up this other actress, but here you have an actor that looks one for one, and you can't accept it, and that's pretty crazy, in my personal opinion. I believe there is more discussion to be made to see the fruits of the labor of this film when it comes out, but we don't know until probably end of this year, maybe next year, whenever they show it, hopefully pretty soon. And if they do and I feel interested, I'll give an opinion on what I think about the casting updated so far, and maybe everything else, and what I felt about the trailer in particular, because this is a gaming channel, so I gotta talk about that shit whatever interests me, really. I guess we'll find out. Maybe I'll go see it when it comes out, you know, just like that. But anyway, what do you guys think of this video and how people are kind of flip-flopping between, oh, they need to look like the character, and oh, they look like the character, but that's not enough for me because of how they are? And what do you think about it? Comment below, let me know. I think it's just, once again, weird stuff that you could probably call people out on and they'll get super mad about it, but it's like, you know, that's kind of a point. Like, you did say you gotta look like the character, you gotta walk like the character, talk like the character, look like them, you want all the bells and whistles, and you're getting it, but now there's a problem. It's like, yeah. And you know, I'm gonna put this question at the end of the video because I know someone's going to ask me about this. Do I think there is some phobia with this casting, some transphobia going on with the Hunter Schafer casting? I mean, you're gonna see almost everything on X. You're seeing most people in Keemstar's thread. I mean, some people are calling Keemstar pedo. I don't know how true that is. This man committing the ultimate sin, and if he is, you can take him out back. But my opinion on some of these comments is you're gonna see people that say something smart, you're gonna see people say something fucking dumb, like this guy, where it's like, oh, if they pick this particular person, then it means the entire film will fail. And I don't believe that the movie is dictated on that alone. I think what's going to be the judge of merit is word of mouth. Is the film good, or is the film mid, or is the film shit? And then you're gonna have marketing, because sometimes you can have a film that's shit and it could get a very good box office, or people could take their kids to go see it, or stuff like that. Like, you see most people complaining about Lilo and Stitch live action, right? Saying that it's the worst, it's like terrible compared to the original, and that thing is on track of making $1 billion. Like, you can hate the ending all you want to, it's about to make $1 billion at the box office. So that means that marketing has to take some sort of precedence here or not. I mean, Sony's usually good at marketing. I just find it a little bit weird that Sony is producing this Nintendo movie, which is kind of interesting now that you see all the stars align in certain places, right? But that's neither here nor there. I digress. I think it's best to wait until this movie comes out, and then when it comes out, I'll make my own informed, educated opinion on how I felt about it. I know there's people saying, oh, well, this biological man shouldn't play this female character, but in fiction it's going to be presented as a female character, so I don't think that this is gonna do any sort of cross breeding or whatever with real life affairs. I believe, if anything, it's gonna be a situation of, hey man, if they're getting this person to play as Zelda and that is how the script is written, and they don't do anything to change the original character or anything of that nature, you're just getting someone to embody the role, then hey man, you know, do your thing. I just thought we were on this sort of train of trying to have an actor look like the character, and now we can't have that because of this whole gender identity thing, which is quite funny when you really think about it. When you really start to dissect this, like, oh, this person shouldn't be Zelda because X, Y, and Z, but they look like Zelda, and there's no one really combating that. And if they are combating that, they kind of look a little bit idiotic, personally, because it's like that's dead ringer right there, no matter what else is on the table. So I think that's kind of funny, but we will see, because as I said, I'm up and down with Sony. Avi Arad, to me personally, him and Amy Pascal, they really fucked over Sam Raimi for Spider-Man 4. I mean, they screwed that guy hard, and there could be some fumbles here if the management and direction and the producing is not perfect. I'm already a little bit iffy and skeptical on that, but I think that is within reason. Same for this opinion right here. So I put this at the end of the video, a little bit of a TED talk, so to speak. I don't really have a problem with Hunter Schafer. I want to see what Hunter Schafer does next, and if what they do next is actually pretty good, then, and they continue being good acting wise, then I don't have any personal issues whatsoever. I will really see you guys next time, though. I'm gonna focus on this Resident Evil 9, all these affairs and whatnot going on, all these goddamn rumors. Fuck. If they reveal it tomorrow, expect breakdowns, trailers, all that jazz. You know how we do around here. See you guys for real this time. Later.